Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Serrano, and welcome back to the channel. I truly appreciate you for coming through. Make sure you stay to the end of the video because we're going to be taking a look at this device right here, and we're going to get into a little bit more detail. But if you're brand new to the channel, I truly appreciate you for coming through if you're new. And if you're already a part of the crew, salute. Alright guys, so this is the BLU G91 Pro, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 reasons to consider picking this guy up. Top 10 reasons to consider the G91 Pro, and I'm going to be talking about the 10 reasons why, and also giving you an in-depth detail, and basically, you know, going over the every single detail about the guy and the reasons why you should check it out. Alright guys, so let's just jump right into it. The first reason that you might want to pick this guy up is the price, right? Now you could get two different colors and they have two different separate deals. Now, if you get the moonstone one that I have right here, it's going to be $219. And basically what it is that they're going to give you this device for $219. You know what I mean? But there's a caveat. You can get the graphite one for $199 with a pair of, you know, their blue headphones, which is pretty cool. So they have some bundle deals where you can actually pick up these BLU G91 headphones along with the Aria Pods, which are actually really slim, pocketable, and actually surprisingly good. It's got this metal case, which is really dope. But I really like the fact that they offer those accessories inside of there. Now, the second reason we're gonna be, I'm gonna be recommending this device to you is the actual display on here. Now, we do get a punch hole dead center at the top of this device, which is gonna look really solid. It's gonna look really good. You can see we have a really nice display on this guy. Now the display packs 393 pixels per inch, as well as 85.3% screen to body ratio. So it's just going to be a really solid looking device to take a look at. I really like using this device as far as the overall display. It just looks really nice to look at to the naked eye and everything like that. They have some pretty decent wallpapers on here, which you can, you know, actually take a look at. Just an overall solid device when it comes to this display. 6.7 inches, 1080 by 2400, 20 by 9 aspect ratio. Just really nice to look at as far as this display goes on here. Now the third reason that you would check this guy out, and it has to do with the actual storage on board, right? So we do have, when you go into storage on this guy, you're gonna notice that we actually have a lot of storage, and it's in system. So you can see right here, 68 gigabytes left over after I used out of the 128, and I have every single app that I could have possibly imagined downloading on here. 2K, Fortnite, Mario Kart, PUBG, Call of Duty, everything's just gonna be loaded on here, and you won't have to worry about memory or running out of storage or even bothering with the SD card. But we'll get into that in a few as far as the expansion of the storage. But really solid amount of storage on here, and we also do get 6 gigabytes of RAM coupled in the bundle. Now, other than the actual battery life on this guy, we're also getting something called wireless charging up to 10 watts. So if you put this thing, you know, on the wireless charger, it's going to wirelessly charge, which is pretty crazy considering the price point of this guy. It's only, you know, $199. If you get the other color, $219 or whatever. But I really feel like for the people who pre-ordered it, they got it for $150 with the pods included, which was an actually killer deal. So that's actually pretty sick. Facial recognition on board, expansion. Whoa, they have an update on here, which is pretty crazy. Let me just see something right here. Learn more. All right, so you do get actual updates. I wasn't even planning on adding that, but that's actually another thing that's pretty cool. I'm just gonna hit install now and just kind of see what this is real quick. Minor bug fixes and stuff like that. So it's actually installing this brand new update, which is real crazy. It's only 59.69 as well. So I definitely recommend installing the security software on here, but obviously the first reason is the price. Second reason is the screen, which is going to be 6.7. The storage is going to be ridiculously large, and then the battery, you could charge it at 10 watts with the wireless charger, but they actually threw in a 30 watts charging brick in the bundle. So they give you this extremely large brick, which it says right here 30 watts on the bottom of here, so you can see that. 27 if you don't have like the right cable or whatever, so then it can do 15 or whatever. So it just depends on what frequency you're actually using or whatever. Now the next thing I wanted to talk about was the software on here, and I actually thought after not using this for like a week or two that this had 90 hertz display on it, just because how smooth the actual display was on this thing. So when you're scrolling through this display, it's moving at a rate which is really surprising to me. I definitely didn't think that this thing was it's more smoother than I could have ever imagined for a budget phone. So you don't even miss the 90 hertz on this guy because it just feels so quick, so responsive, so fast. Everything opens up in a timely manner, right? So you know, you won't really worry about like belly aching when it comes to loading speeds or anything like that. Everything on here just seems to flow really fast, so I just really appreciate that part, right? Everything is just extremely smooth on here, so I definitely like the fact that it's really smooth on here, but then it's also stock, not stock Android. It's gonna have some blue apps on the skin and everything like that, but it's got the Android 11 on here, and it should be getting the Android 12. From what I could see, it definitely deserves the Android 12 on here, but obviously they're going to give you software security patches and everything of that nature. Now the next reason to pick this guy up is the cameras. You get a 48 megapixel AI sense camera inside of here, which it captures everything just really well when it comes to the photography. Let me see if I could pull up some photo samples. I'll put some on the screen as well so you could actually see some of the photo samples. Let me just make sure I'm looking at the right photos so I can show you the real photos that we get on here. But if you take a look at some of these pictures, they're just absolutely ridiculous. So you could see right here, the beach and the sunset was captured extremely well. Really good detail on here, but I'm gonna actually post some of these photos up so you can see them. I'm also gonna post some of the videos so you can see them as well. But just an exceptionally good camera system, even at night, right? Look at the night photography comes out pretty good as well. And you know, I just really had no complaints, you know, whatsoever when I was using this thing.
What's that one
so
called?
I definitely really like the cameras on here with the 48 megapixel AI sensor as well. So that's definitely you know, that's definitely the sixth reason to consider picking it up. Now, the next reason is the actual performance that we're getting. We actually can play Fortnite and game. I got Fortnite on here. I have Call of Duty Mobile, PUBG, Mario Kart, NBA 2K. You can play, you know, Legends or whatever. What's that game? Wild something. It's definitely a shadow. Let me pull up the actual name of it. You could even download Wild Rift, which is like that Legends game, which is really fun. I definitely would recommend that. I was playing it on the Poco X NFC, the Poco X3 NFC, but you could also play it on here as well. So just a really good experience when it comes to the overall gaming on here. Now, another thing that people might not know about this guy is that when it comes to the this phone, right, you can use you could literally put an external SD card. You could put a micro SD card inside of this phone up to 256, right? And when you put the SD card inside of this guy, the micro SD card inside of this thing, it will actually let you expand the storage and move all the apps to the SD card, which is crazy because a lot of phones in this same price point, they don't do that. So I just want to throw that out there, that a lot of phones in this price point won't actually let you expand the storage and make it portable so that you can put apps on the SD card as well. So I just really like the fact that this device allows you to expand it with portable storage, and then you can get even more storage than you did you could ever imagine with this guy. So oh snap. But I just really like that part as well. Now, the ninth reason is that this guy has a rear fingerprint sensor, which won't give you any issues whatsoever. I know a lot of people want their fingerprint sensor to be very responsive and stuff like that. So a lot of people want that. They don't want a fingerprint that's gonna lag or whatever. So this guy has those dynamic wallpapers you can see every time you swipe. And it's got the facial recognition. Right now I'm unlocking the phone with my face. So you not only can you use the fingerprint, but you could also use the facial recognition, which is extremely zippy on this thing as well. And the last and final reason that you should consider picking up the BLU G91 Pro is that this can work on CDMA networks for like Boost or Verizon, or like what's that other phone company that runs off of Verizon? I forget the name of them. But you could also use GSM, which is AT&T or T-Mo, or Metro by T-Mobile. So I definitely like the fact that this thing is compatible with all the networks, right? Definitely compatible with all the networks. So you could use it with Boost, you could use it with Metro, you could use it with T-Mobile, Cricket, Straight Talk, anything of that nature. But I just really think that they did a really good job. And then the last thing I'm gonna add is that the build quality of this device is actually really premium. You get a headphone jack, Type-C for charging, microphone at the bottom, down firing speaker. It doesn't have dual speakers, and it doesn't have like an IR blaster on here, but that's okay because we get a microphone up top for really good phone call quality. We get the Google Assistant on the left, so you can actually what's the difference between margarine and butter?
According to WebMD, butter is made from heavy cream. It contains higher levels of saturated fat, which can lead to several risks. Margarine is made from vegetable oils.
Okay, so yeah, definitely like the fact that they have that Google Assistant on here. That's just another thing that I threw out there. So it actually turned into 12 reasons to consider. But this is the top 10 reasons to consider the BLU G91 Pro. But make sure you guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like and show your support and appreciation. I encourage you to subscribe and get notified for more videos just like this. But if you're already a part of the crew, salute. I'm going to get right back with you later, crew. Peace.